Today's episode, we're gonna upgrade the kelp machine. I might have got some of my technical difficulties worked out, except for the bottom. I believe my OBS done that, and I think I've got that straightened out too, where the bottom has a black strip instead of covering the whole screen. But this video is already recorded with this, so I'm gonna release it. Just like I said in the last video, if I skip this, it's lost progress. Or I don't want to have to stage what I just did again. I don't really want to stage anything. I want it to be authentic. Earlier videos, I said I leave inventory in that I wasn't going to edit it out. But I spent about 25 minutes of an hour and 8-minute video in my chest in the crafting table. So I've removed quite a bit of that stuff to get it down to the half-hour target I'm trying to get. I didn't remove all of it, but a good majority of it. I'm getting ready to tear down the sugar farm that I said was temporary. So I'm going to set a chest here to collect what bone meal does get done. But we're going to tear this out because the extension of the kelp farm is going to come this way, and this is kind of in the way. And I'm going to tool this side for smelting kelp. So I'll just move the sugar / bamboo farm to the other side, which is the side that is doing the bone mill. Is it flowing water? Just fun to do stuff in. So much fun. Sarcasm. I know it seems weird to do things temporarily just to take down, but if you look at it in a way of I got progress done on my trades, I didn't have the resources yet for this, and it was very small micro farm, very much an easy kind of build, don't take much resources. The resources I'm kind of talking about is the extra pistons and slime. So I had enough stuff to build one kelp farm, because that's like 30 pistons. But as I got redstone stuff and iron and, I was able to build more pistons. And now I'm able to expand. So the first one served its purpose. I could have probably planned that better and put it in a different location when I first started it, but it is what it is. The bonus about the smelting kelp blocks is, as long as you're in an area and you can keep making kelp, you can put a lot of kelp through those smokers or furnaces or whatever you decide to use, and it's a source of stored XP. So you can get, XP out of it, or to do more enchantments, or adding enchantments to your tools, or even mending. So it's a pretty good bonus, because you're getting kelp blocks as a byproduct. And I put levers on all 10 of these, and when you're ready to pull XP out of it, you just flip the switch and wait for the kelp to get in the spot that you would normally take it out without the hopper. And when the longer they run, the more XP is stored in them. And you can get a lot of XP out of each one as long as a lot of kelp has gone through it. So basically what I'm saying is you can enchant pretty much everything um, out of this and your trading hall for one person. You can get all your enchantments done. Maybe not like real quick as you could if you had a guardian farm, but for one person, you end up finding yourself getting enough levels to enchant like one tool or one item at a time. And you'll find that there'll be enough stored in here, enough time goes on, that you probably can enchant a whole tool with a few furnaces, or in this case, smokers. This one you got to tap it once to be set on the second tick. Just with a slight delay, so the pistons are slightly behind the other ones. And this one you got to set that block first, so those other redstone dusts don't link together with this. That way it keeps it a separate circuit. And I'll be starting this up with probably using just something like slabs to get these smokers going at first, because I really don't have much for stuff to burn like charcoal or coal or whatever. So I'll start it with slabs until I start getting dried kelp that I can turn into blocks, and little by little it'll build it. And you have to start little, and putting a little bit of slabs in each one, getting kelp, putting the blocks back in, and then when you get your hoppers and chests in the back, then you start filling those a little bit at a time. Then after you get so much in them, you can just forget about it for a little while. If I already would have found a dripstone cave, I probably would have had lava to start that kelp farm up with. But I eventually would have converted to dried kelp or just kelp blocks, because then you don't have to worry about the buckets getting in the auto crafter. I did buy some dripstone off the Wandering Trader, and I forgot about it. I might have forgot to put water, is why I haven't noticed the dripstones getting bigger. The extra duplicated sand. I'll go up top to make sure that I ain't missing sand on top, but it's more likely duplicated. I remember the duplicating sand thing was you had to go stand 2 chunks away, or was it 4 chunks away, just across the chunk border, let it run, and then you log off and log back on. I never did it. I just seen it in videos. I thought it was kind of just go mine sand. You know, like why? It seemed like more hassle is worth because you got to know where the chunks are at. It's kind of hard to do in Bedrock unless you got Foxy Tail's resource pack and the logging on and off. Just by the time you set that all up, you could have just went and got sand. And that's part of the game, ain't it? I know if sand sucks, getting the trees gets lame sometimes, but it's like you just may as well be being creative, I would think. And I get why people might do harder items a little bit, but sand's such a basic item. Well, even on why they do that. Just get yourself an efficiency 5 shovel, get enchantments done, and yeah, I guess like there might be benefits to it, but I wouldn't do it. It seems dumb. But I'm glad they turned it into this. I know it's a glitch and it's a little shady, but no bone meal needed, whatever. They haven't taken it out of the game, so I am going to exploit it. Doesn't come without complications. It's always dropping kelp. You lose sand quite frequently. If you forget and walk away, sometimes it's flooding the area. So it does come with complications. In case you're wondering, I still hate signs. There's been quite a few bugs or things. Some of them, they look through and decide to keep in both versions, and some they've gotten rid of. Like the harming 2 arrow killers, they're supposed to be gonna patch that. This has been around for a while. I'm quite sure Mojang knows about this one, and they haven't done nothing with this. The quasi mechanic or the quasi whatever it's called for Java's pistons, they finally said, hey, we're going to leave it alone. It's operating as intended. Bedrock's Trident killers, we kept thinking they were going to get rid of them. or remove them. And then they decided to leave her alone, say it was working as intended. So they pick and choose what they want. As long as they're saying this isn't a bug, I'm going to keep using it. Here's another Minecraft story in the past. Um, my daughter was mad at me, my middle child, for, I don't know, it had been months. She didn't want nothing to do with me. She wasn't talking to me. And finally, one day, I texted her and said, hey, how do you feel about getting on Minecraft? And let's just beat the heck out of each other, you know? And then we did. And I don't know, she killed me 20 or 30 times. Um, I was still playing on mobile, so I really had stood no chance with her at PvP. I really still don't, even with the controller. She still got an edge on me. And then, after we played, and she said to me, I don't even remember what I was mad at you about, which I'm sure ain't totally true. A way of saying, hey, it's over. Let's just move forward. I think that's kind of one of them stories over Minecraft that, a healing experience in the moment. We had a lot of fun. Well, she did. I know she was laughing really hard, probably killing me. I'm sure she enjoyed it. And I did too. That's not the same daughter that I recorded with on another episode. I might try to get her to a guest appear one time with me on here. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. She makes things that real pretty. She makes really nice things. Well, both my daughters do, though. And unfortunately, my son hasn't played the game with me since the lava bucket incident when we were playing a game called Hunger Games. I wish it was different than that, but I know he's played since then a few times, but he normally is, I think, plays by himself or don't really play this game that often. See what I mean? It drops kelp a lot. You always got to keep kelp on hand because it just all the time is drop kelp. And I only let this go 10 blocks each side of this timer here. Because any further than that, you're going to lose like signal, and you can't really put repeater in. Even a no-tick repeater will have a slight delay, and it'll throw the pistons off. So 10's wide enough. I don't really need to go any more than 10. I think I remembered I tried 12 or 11, and for some reason, it just stopped. The signal stopped because I have to do the little curve. After I have the video quality and all that down, maybe I'll invest in a microphone. I'm still using the built-in microphone on my ROG or ROG Alley or whatever you want to call this thing. So the audio isn't that great. This isn't working. I don't understand what's going on here, but it ain't working. I'll have to take a look around. I go take a look at this repeater. It's on 2 ticks. The sand is moving slightly, so maybe yeah, that's what it was. The repeater just bugged out. Sometimes that happens where you just got to break the repeater and set it back down, or like I did, just cycle through the ticks. And I have started recording my voice as I'm playing, but some of it I still go back in and add more. Like, I thought I'd get a lot more done in this video than I did, but I spent an hour and 10 minutes with this farm, or extending this farm. So I was like, how am I supposed to fit more in this episode? So I already had to lose a half hour worth of video or more. And I already said this, but it's like, man, I was in my inventory, at least half of it, and running in circles. Poppies from the iron farm. It's a good use for them. Just toss them in the here. He's going to be the one to tell him he forgot the piston. The dummy's having another slow moment. Huh. Why isn't it working? Huh, what's going on here? Oh, man, I don't know. See how he solves it. See if he figures it out. Oh, there it is. It's the piston. He got it. That slow thing came from my daughters when they see me doing something stupid on here. They say, "Are you slow? Dad, are you slow?" or whatever, or doodah. And I'm like, well, yes, I am. When I get a better source of bone meal, I'll turn that into a 6 wide or so for sugar bamboo farm. Okay, that just happened. Ah, editing. It's like it never happened. But the creeper did make this hole a little bigger just for me. I think that's what he was trying to accomplish, don't you? This crafter, really, I don't know who it originally came from. When the crafter first come out, I've seen a bunch of videos on it, and I don't know who was first, so I don't know who to reference that come up with it. But that redstone I just put on that block is mine. I use it to lock the hopper. Or without it, it really doesn't do one recipe ingredient, like, say, buttons, for example, or bone into bone meal. This way it does it both. It locks the hoppers and don't let it overload. I'm going to wrap it up here. It's 30 minutes. Thanks for watching. Please sub, thumbs up. If you don't like it, don't thumbs up.